In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Emergent AI. Now, the first thing you have to do, you want to go to their official website and you want to create your account or of course sign in case you have an account already. Now, whenever you do that, you'll be able to see this home tab over here, and this is where you can actually go ahead and start. And as they say, this is where the ideas become reality. So what you have to do over here is if you actually want to build a fully functional apps and websites over here, you can do this just through the simple conversation. And of course, the most basic thing over here is you could just use this chat box over here to actually type in whatever you'd like to see. And here you can see it's basically going to start typing in automatically different ideas you may be able to, of course, execute. Or if you just don't know what to build, you could also see the ideas down here at the bottom, or you could click on this refresh button here and it's going to basically give a bunch of different options here you can click on. So for example, if I click on this task manager, it's going to basically put in a prompt to actually create a task manager, or you could just of course refresh. It could clone different apps, it could make like budget planners, whatever you want. Okay, so here it could also surprise you. If you click on this button, it's going to basically surprise you to actually do something that you actually, of course, that it imagined. Okay, so I'm going to remove this, and of course you could also type it in yourself. You could, for example, go ahead and type in you want a simple calculator app, or like a, let's say, a timekeeper app, or whatever. So whatever you want to do, you could do it over here. So the first thing, of course, as I said, is you basically have to input something. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put in one of these examples here. And then what you have to do here is you could also attach files and images. So if you want to, you could do that completely over here. You could just find something you want to attach, stuff like that. You could also go ahead, click on this button over here, and you could basically connect your GitHub repository, or you could select which model you actually want to use. So here you have Claude, Sonnet, you have the GPT-5 beta, and then of course you have the different versions of Claude as well. Now here you can also select what you want it to be. So if you want the app to be private or public, and then here you also have the advanced controls where you can basically set a few things as well. Now in here you could also start a voice recording. So if you don't want to type it in, you can just click on here and it's going to basically start typing whatever you are saying, which could be also very, very good. So whenever you do this, to actually start the task, just click on this button and it's going to basically go ahead and start creating. Now, if at any time you need more credits, because this does cost credits, if you want to actually build apps, you can get them by clicking this button up top. As you can see, you can buy and choose your plan. Over here, you can also basically see this gift icon where you could essentially refer people to the platform and then you will get extra credits when they join. Or you could go to your account info up here, see the account settings, connect to GitHub, join Discord, etc. That's possible over here, as well as creating new workspaces. Now, that's kind of the basic thing you can do over here. And whenever you actually type something in, you can just click on this button and it's going to start initiating. As you can see, it's going to start creating an environment, etc. And what's going to happen first, it's basically going to start building, and it's going to tell you what exactly it's building. And then here, as you can see, it's starting to processing the next step. And at some point inside the creation process, it's going to ask you to actually give the feedback on what it wants to create. So it's going to say like, hey, do you agree with this? You could put the auto answer on, which is usually, there we go, as you can see. So here it says, before I begin, I need to clarify a few things. And then over here, you could read through this and then just answer yourself, or just click on the auto answer and it's going to basically do however it wishes. And then it's going to start building an app. Okay. Now, this is of course going to take a bit, so you can just wait for it, or you could also, of course, just close this and then come back and it's going to be created. Now here on the home tab, I have a created app already. I created a simple calculator, so this is what it's going to look like over here. As you can see, this is the code, so I give it some input. I just basically typed in, build me a simple calculator app, which is very easy. And then what you can do here is you could see the code. As you can see here, you can access the code. So here's the VS Code link. You could open it in the browser as well if you want to. And then here you could preview the app. So it's going to pop up in a separate window where you can then use it and see if everything works correctly. There we go. As you can see, I have my calculator over here. And what you could also do is refresh it, share it. If you want to share it with somebody, you could do that as well using this link or any of these buttons over here. Or what you can of course also do is you can also deploy your app, start the deployment, and then get your app up and running, okay? So that's pretty much it when it comes to that. Of course, if you build an app and you would wish to, of course, change something like the color of buttons or something like that, you could just type in here like, I want to change the color of the buttons or whatever you want to do, and it's basically going to change it for you, okay? So that's how easy it actually is to use Emergent AI. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please subscribe to the channel and help me out as well.